Good morning, everyone. This is Christy from Morning Glory Farm, and today our farm guest is my brother. And he's right here because he can't visit our farm because he's in Hawaii. So you have Michigan or Hawaii, people. What would you rather have, 20 degrees or what is it there?
Right now it's about 70
That sounds nice.
in the middle of the night.
Oh, wow. And like during the day, you have all sun all the time.
Pretty much.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
So I thought of my brother with our verse of the month, which is Hebrews 11:1, and it's now faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. And I thought of my brother because if there's anybody who has confidence in his faith, it's my brother. And so I thought I would have him on here because one, I'm proud of him. And two, I could just ask him if this verse at all means anything to you and how you would live it out in your daily life.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that's a really great verse. And having confidence in believing in God and Him in your life is key. I mean, you gotta just trust God, and especially if you're like dealing with crazy stuff, in my job, I'm dealing with a lot of drug addicts and thieves and stuff like that. My job is catching shoplifters at a store, and when I'm dealing with those kind of people, I just feel like I just need to trust that God is just gonna show me what I need to do, how I need to deal with these people. Maybe they need some guidance, maybe I was put there for a reason, and I just go in that with a confidence, knowing that all things will work together, for the good. And so that's kind of how I look at things, and I just kind of go into it and just trust that God will guide me, and God put me there for a reason, and just do what I know I need to do.
And you have so many situations that are out of your hand, and like things that come about, and you're like have to trust God, like you said. And I think imagining being in your position if you didn't have faith, I mean, there could be a lot of fear there, because some people are really angry at you with your job because they're doing something they shouldn't. So then people in your situation could be really scared and not be as just confident with life. Do you think that's a big part of what helps you with your job?
Definitely. I just kind of, I try not to let that kind of stuff bother me. But I also try to approach the people I deal with a kindness and an understanding of what they might be going through.
Yeah.
Especially since I myself used to go down those same paths. I was into drugs and stealing and things like that when I was a teenager, and I ended up turning my life around, giving my life back to Jesus. And I kind of look at it like a chance for me to talk to these people, and I try not to go into it with any fear. I just go into it like I would just talk to anyone, and try to show them love, and just kind of just show them understanding and how I know kind of what they're going through. And maybe we can, maybe we met for a reason, and maybe we can point them in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of look at it, and generally it's been awesome. it's worked out really well. So
I don't know if you're allowed to share, but you, when you catch people when they're stealing or whatever, and sometimes you're able to bring them to the office when you're waiting for the cops, right? And then you've told me so many times when there's times when you share your faith, you're able to.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, how does that work out with where you work? I mean, are you allowed to do that, or that's cool?
Well,
It's so cool.
I kind of don't ask permission.
Yeah.
I've never asked permission.
You're just sharing your life
from my job. I usually tell them that I'm like, you know what? This is my story, my life story, and I present it to them like that. Like, I've been through some similar stuff that you might be going through, and I ended up going through that, and I ended up giving my life to Jesus because of this situation I was in.
Yeah.
And I've rarely had any pushback from that, negative pushback. I've had a couple times where someone might have said, well, I don't respect you, I'm an atheist or something, you know, or something like that. But I just still just try to show them love, and I wouldn't push it, you know, far, but I would, you know, I like to just at least share and hope that maybe a little bit will push them, you know, just at least get them thinking.
Yeah.
And maybe the Holy Spirit will work in their lives and maybe point them towards salvation, or, you know, something like that.
Yeah. I just think that's such a perfect example of confidence in what you're hoping for. Because when you're talking to these people, you know, I mean, you have the truth, you know, and you know that they need it. And, you know, for you, it's not like you're having a really hard time explaining what you cannot see, because for you, you have this confidence and the assurance in what you don't see. So I was just thinking how perfect that is for your testimony with this verse and everything.
Yeah. I have one example that was very interesting that just happened today.
Whoa.
At work.
Wow.
I caught a guy stealing. He stole sunglasses and a hat. That's all he stole. But as soon as he committed the theft, we brought him into the security office, and I told him, you know, about how I used to steal when I was younger, and I ended up giving my life to Jesus. And he said, I can't believe you just told me that.
Wow.
Because I'm a Christian too. And right when you approached me out, once I stole the items, I knew it was God telling me.
Whoa.
Or wanting me to get caught.
Oh, and wow. Huh.
Yeah, he told me that it was something he thought that God had him go through. And he apologized. He told me he was really glad that we were able to meet.
Wow.
And, you know, and we both agreed that we felt like it was God, you know, putting us in that position at that time.
That's really cool.
So that was really cool.
Yeah. Wow. God can work in such amazing ways. That's awesome.
Definitely.
Well, thanks for your testimony, and obviously I love you and I miss you so much.
No, I love you too and miss you.
Thankful that you can be in Hawaii, and thank you for your just testimony with this verse, with confidence in your faith, and just you do always have that assurance that you don't see. It's just in your life. So I'm thankful for you.
Oh, thank you for Jesus. 100%.
Yep. Well, thanks for being on Morning Glory Farm.
Yeah.